All right, let's get to it. Today we have Queens, New York rapper Don Pablito, who was recently featured on Cool J's recent album, The Force. What's good, champ? How you feeling?
What's good? I'm good.
How you been, man?
Maintaining, navigating this life.
You know, I like to ask black men, how's your mental health? Because I know as black men, we carry a lot on our shoulders. How are you doing mentally, spiritually, and everything?
I think I'm doing good. And mental health, man, where we from is kind of normalized. Like, we never categorized it as mental health. But I think I'm doing good. I think I'm handling it. It's the way I'm supposed to handle it, the way I'm taught to handle it.
Yeah.
But it's always ups and downs. You got stress and shit you go through. But,
right.
I'm good. I'm alive. I'm here. I'm healthy.
That's good, man. Your spirits is always up every time I see you and I talk to you. Your spirits is always high. I remember one time I heard you. You said you was like you was cutting my hair, and you said, "Man, I'm stressed." So when I heard you say that, I've never heard you talk like that because you carry everything so well. So
I try not to. Maybe that day I might have been like, God damn. Like,
it must have, whatever you was going through that day, you spoke it out. And I was like, I ain't never heard him. And
I try not to harbor on that. Because at the end of the day, nobody cares. It don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody cares what's really bothering you. At the end of the day, for a man, you just got to deliver.
You got to deliver. You're right.
I always say with women, like if you in a marriage relationship, whatever, if the fridge is empty, they don't care who, what, when, where, why it happened. Nigga, it's you. Yeah. And if it's empty and it ain't full, then you the piece of shit husband. You the piece of shit nigga.
Yeah, facts.
So they don't care what you're going through. You just gotta deliver every time.
That's facts. All right, man. So let's get into your childhood. How was it for you? Because I know you're from Queens, Pop City to be exact. How was it growing up for you? Like, what was your childhood like growing up?
It was fun. It was lit. I mean, it was fun. We did everything we wanted. Queens is a place where I feel like I had the most sense of a community. Like, if generations of families lived in a neighborhood, you knew. Every family kind of knew each other. So each generation that came up, it was familiarity with everybody. So that's the place I feel most comfortable, most home, most, that's home. But yeah, it was fun doing what we wanted to do, running around.
So I hear you say Pop City a lot. Now, is Pop City like a housing project? Is it like a block? Like, what do you?
No, it's houses.
Okay.
For to give you perspective of California, LA cat, I would say it's like Compton, like it's houses, but for the black people.
Got you.
For the black people in houses.
Okay.
But Pop City, that's on 169th and Liberty Avenue, but lit by Liberty Park. People don't know about Bricktown. That name came from Cadillac Ty, my cousin, when he dropped the Pop City anthem.
Pop City, I was gonna ask you about that.
So we was who we was before that, but we adopted the name when the song dropped, and the shit had the hood lit type shit.
Who are some of the like notable people out of your neighborhood that if you named them, people would know besides Cadillac Todd? Like who else?
Oh, you got Rafa from around the way, Rafa Austin. You got Shaheem Holloway, Coach of Seton Hall. Let me see. I mean, it's not a lot of famous people from my block radius.
Right.
But that come off there's not a lot of people that make it out of there.
Right,
you know what I mean? But 50 of them is up the street from where we from. Everybody, Jaws up the street. You got fucking Nikki up the street. Everybody's that's in from Jamaica, Queens.
Is Queens one of the bigger? Which borough is the biggest?
Queens.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why people I always thought Brooklyn. The way they picture
Brooklyn's a proud borough, very proud.
You know what? One thing, and I might be wrong, but I feel like Queens guys, you guys like, they say Harlem dudes get fly. They say Brooklyn dudes is more of like the grimier dudes. But I feel like Queens, y'all really like. All the Queens guys I met, I feel like you guys not only have chips on y'all shoulders, but y'all like a mixture of everything. Like you know what I mean? Like
in a sense, Queens is calm. We know how to pay attention. Harlem is loud. They want you to see them.
Yeah.
Queens, we got some of the biggest hustlers that they don't look like hustlers. We know how to stay low, keep it cool. And we never the loudest people in the room. We don't come in and make a scene. We pay attention. And it's a lot that come with us. You know what I mean? I might like how I move by myself, but it's a lot that come behind it.
Right.
But I don't have to show that. You know what I mean? It's cool. We keep it calm and cool and sharp. Queens get the money though.
I was going to ask you about that. Where did that phrase
I don't know. It just came back in the day. But they always had some like slogans. Even when I think KRS said that, you know, Harlem keep on making it, Brooklyn keep on taking it, type of thing. There's always some slogans. But, you know, Queens been getting to it. You have the whole Supreme team, cat shit. You know, Preem was one of the ones that didn't tell. A lot of these big hustlers in these other boroughs, they all told. So we got a good rep of hustlers for sure.
Yeah, I feel like you guys do. You grew up in a 2-parent household, correct?
Nah.
Speak on like your parents and how it was.
My pops went away when I was 1, and my mom's went away when I was 4. She came back when I was 9.
Okay.
So I started kindergarten. You know, no parents were there. I was with my aunt. Then, you know, my mom came home. I was 9.
Did that affect you any type of way, having both of your parents incarcerated?
I mean, then I didn't think it did. It was normal for me. I didn't know what a 2-parent home was. I never lived in one. I never had pops on hand. So for me, going to see him in prison in Elmira, young, since I was a baby, you know, that's all I knew. To me, I didn't see it like, I didn't see it like he was in jail, like for a while. It was just, I was happy seeing him. You know, in the prison, they got games for kids, little play areas, and you just, you know, playing around, seeing Pops eating a little frozen food. You just thinking this is where we seeing Pops at type shit.
Got you. What did your mother go to prison for?
Some drug shit, you know. She was in life.
And your father went to prison for what?
The whole cat shit, kidnapping shit. Okay. You know, shit they be talking about.
So your father's the one that kidnapped?
Yeah.
Fat Cat's wife, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So when your mom came home, like, how were you, like, at that time? Like, what kind of kid were you?
I was good. I was real good until about 3rd grade. I was real good till 3rd grade. And 3rd grade, when she came home, I was in Brooklyn. So my aunt lived in Brooklyn. My father's from Brooklyn. So I used to be in Brooklyn too. So I was going to school in Brooklyn until 3rd grade. When my mom came home, we went to Queens. My mom's is from Queens. So we went to Queens. That's when we lived on 50 block, on 140th, 161st Street. And I went to PS 52, and I can't front. Like when I got there, the shit was wild. I remember walking through the cafeteria, kids was jumping on the tables, throwing shit. The shit was just bananas. I'm like, oh, this shit is a zoo.
Brooklyn wasn't like that?
Nah, it was the school I went to was cool. It was more in order. They had it in order.
I gotta adapt.
This shit was wild. You know what I mean? And one of the first experience, I remember being on the bus and this 4th grader beat up a girl bad. Like, you know what I mean? Was beating her up.
A 4th grade boy
was beating up this girl. And everybody was going crazy. And I'm just sitting there kind of like, oh shit. But then my first thought was like, that ain't happening to me. Like that was the first, nigga, it ain't happening to me.
Right.
I don't know none of these niggas, but it ain't happening to me.
Where do you think you get that your toughness from? Because your father wasn't around, and you were raised by your aunt, which is a woman. So who?
Well, he wasn't there
in the house.
I was going to see him every weekend, and we was on trailer visits all my life. So, but I also grew up in the house with my grandmother. So my grandmother's mad generations that come out of this household, all bunch of dudes, bunch of cousins, you know, and we was growing up with each other, you know, fighting, and I just knew it wasn't happening with me. And you know what I mean? I seen that and I thought that I felt that. So that was at 52, I think. Yeah. Then from there, I went to 80. PS 80, that's where 50, that's 50 hood. That's when that whole hood was.
And what grade were you in around this time?
That's 4th grade.
4th grade.
That's Lost Boys. That's when everybody over there was Lost Boys. Before that shit was G Unit, all that shit was Lost Boys.
Okay.
And
Freaky Ty.
My nigga IG, shout out to IG, but rest in peace to IG. IG was from Lost Boy. He was Freaky Ty's cousin. They lived in the same house. He kind of ran the school. All the little Lost Boy niggas was kind of reporting to IG is what I noticed when I got there. But I was fucking with them heavy, and that's the grade I got arrested in.
Your first arrest?
Yeah.
In 4th grade?
For extortion.
Who was you extorting?
I wasn't really extorting nobody, but it was a dude I fought a couple times. We got into it a couple times, and I spanked him every time. And then eventually, I don't know, he started coming to school and offering me and my man money. Like, yo, you want $20? You want $40?
Oh, he was trying to buy your friendship.
So that's what I thought. Like, oh, maybe this nigga, he want to be cool with us. So he just $40 here, 60. I'm like, damn, this nigga get money from.
Yeah.
But every other day, the nigga like, here's 40.
So you think that was for y'all to stay up off of him? I
don't know. I just knew that we were just taking it like, all right, cool. Looking at my man like, yo, we got 40. Okay. We couldn't even take this home.
Right.
Stashing this shit. We couldn't really be spending it. You know what I'm saying? And then one day, the principal came to me and was like, yo, you been taking money from this kid? I'm like, nah, I ain't taking no money. They took me down to the office. Police was down there. It was like, hey, you have the right to remain silent. Anything, I was like, what, 9 years old.
Was you scared at all? Or?
Yeah, I started crying. That nigga, big ass officer, big white man. You have the right to remain silent. I'm like, what? He like, get up, put your handcuffs on, and cuffed me. Woke me out to school in cuffs.
Because he wouldn't told and lied and said.
Well, he said that he got caught stealing from his pops, and when he got caught, they asked him, "What you stealing for?" He like, "Oh, this nigga Chief is making me. This nigga Chief.
Yeah,
I gotta pay him for some shit." You see what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that shit was crazy. I fought a lot in that school though. I was ready. Because let me tell you, let me explain the difference. Where I'm from is like next to South Road. South Road, everybody knows, is like especially back then, was one of the worst drug blocks streets. Like all the houses just looked abandoned, looked terrible. Bunch of fiends over here, right? And my house, where we lived across the street, was just abandoned lots. Like it wasn't a nice looking neighborhood. It looked like some fucked up shit.
Right.
So when I went over there by 134, the niggas had manicured lawns.
Yeah.
It looked nice, 2-family home. Every friend I had, both their parents was in there. So I'm like, oh, we moved out the hood. And I really realized that we just came down, got broad.
Did you have any like resentment towards your mom? And I know at that time you probably didn't know what that was, but did you feel any way towards your mom or your parents seeing that your counterparts had 2 mom and dad?
I wasn't thinking about that.
Okay.
Like, I didn't see it like that then. As I got older and looked back, I realized, like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, for example, my nigga Hood from over there, it's my nigga. And, he gonna get busy too, right? But while I'm in school, I'm spanking shit. And he right with me. Spanking, doing whatever we had to do.
Yeah.
I'm not doing no schoolwork, really. Like, you know what I mean? But this nigga had all B's. You know what I'm saying? I look back like, oh, you was tricking me. Nigga. You was over here learning. You letting me do all the dumb shit. But yeah, so, he had 2 parents. Maybe they required that. Whereas my mom's wasn't as hands-on. So when I got to that school, I was turning shit up. And I also felt like that side of town wasn't like where I came from. Like I said, South Road, that shit was ugly. So over here, it was like, oh, this was kind of like, we good.
A little softer?
I just felt like, not softer, it wasn't as fucked up as where I'm at.
Right.
These niggas, where I'm at, is a little more treacherous. You know what I mean? So yeah, I got kicked out of that school, 4th grade.
What are some of the lessons you learned as a kid that you carry with you? Like going through that period growing up, what are some of the lessons you learned that you carry with you?
It's a lot of shit. Like I've been to 15 schools in 12 years, right? So that's not even averaging a year of school, right? So I'm always the new nigga. You know what I mean? So I got used to being the new nigga. I got used to being the new nigga that the girls, oh, that's the new kid. You know what I mean? They want to see what's up with me. Then there's the niggas that's hating. Like, who the fuck?
So were you just getting kicked out of schools?
Nah, we was moving a lot too. You know what I'm saying? And at one point, we went through the shelter system. So nigga was in every borough. Yeah. Going to a different school. It got to the point where I knew who was going to approach me out of the niggas that were not liking me. Oh, it's going to be this dummy. Like, he going to be the dummy I'm gonna have to make an example of.
And what was it? What was those mannerisms like when you seen somebody like, oh, he's the one that's gonna try me? What was it?
Because niggas would be, I could see the crowd form. You know, niggas gossiping, gassing, and it's one nigga that they kind of gassing up, and he the nigga that's kind of like, you know what I mean? He keep giving the look. You know what I'm saying? But they gassing, they giving him the courage. They not gonna do it though.
Yeah.
But they hyping him, and he's a sucker. He's sitting there. He keep looking. Something. I'm like, oh, this is just gonna be this dumb nigga. Yeah. And I gotta spank him. Once I spank him, it was cool. It was clear what it was. Oh, this nigga ain't going for it.
I remember you told me about a story that you beat up one kid real bad in school.
Beat up a lot of niggas.
It was one that you told me that you went hard on. You said you beat him up bad. You kind of felt bad afterwards, but I can't remember. It was one story you had told me about.
Man.
When did you fall in love with hip hop? Like when for you? Like at what age?
Well, around that age, around 9 years old, I think I was memorizing whole songs. I remember walking to school at PS 80 and Lost Boys was out. Let's Cruise the Beamers in the Benz. I knew every word for word. I'm spitting this shit all day. My brother rapped, so that was like a real close experience. Watching him, he used to go to different hoods and battle niggas, and he was known for being nice. So I was always seeing that firsthand. So that's definitely, an influence. His name was Phenom. But hip hop culture in New York was real big in hip hop. Like that shit was like a sport. It was like the nicest basketball player over here going to play this nigga over here. That's how rap was for niggas, and it was very respected. It wasn't like frowned upon. So it was cool to be nice with your words or cool to be nice with your hands. All these things was like part of the culture.
Who were some of the rappers big at the time besides the Lost Boys? Who were some of the other rappers out of Queens that were like huge?
Well, in Queens, I mean, everybody was popping. Like you had Nas, you had what's this? This was like 95. So, I mean, big was big, but from Queens, I'd have to do the timeline. But yeah, you had Nas, you had LB. Who else back then? I don't know. Wu-Tang was heavy at the time.
Who are some of the rappers? Because Chief, you like to I feel like you don't like to give niggas their credit. Who are some of the rappers that you like when you were falling in love with hip hop? You was like, yo, I want to be like him. I want to rap like him, or I want to dress like him.
The first it was Nas, and Nas was the first album I bought.
Okay.
Right. Nas was the first album I bought. My brother was heavy with Pac, so he kept Pac, in the house. That shit was going on, so I love Pac. Then the one that I really identified with first was Mace.
Okay.
Mace.
Really?
Yeah, I went and bought Mace album. I fucked with Mace in '97 was his year. I really rocked with Mace. Nigga, I dressed up for as Mace's during the Halloween. Some shit I had to fit it on and some other shit. Yeah, I liked Mace. It broke my heart when the nigga kind of left the game. That was a nigga that I felt like really couldn't be fucked with. Matter of fact, I was with Murder Mace. I used to go to school and niggas used to play, yo, Chief, spit that Murder Mace shit. Spit that Murder Mace shit in the hallway. So I'm spitting the Mace shit for niggas. Yeah, that was a thing.
You remember your first rap you wrote?
I can't. I remember the Mace shit. I'm gonna tell you what Mace shit was. Niggas don't understand, son. The bullets in your calves and you can't run. Niggas on top of you, beating down with handguns. You bust back slugs, but they never get to land none. Run with Grammy thugs that die for shit your man done. Dream the world I'm living in. When the fuck the bitches I be swimming in cute, but don't confuse me as a feminine. That was the Mace shit. When I wrote my first thing, I think when I wrote my first shit, I was listening to Biggie album, and I loved you make your mouthpiece so beast like Della Reese. When I release, you lose teeth like Lil C's. Play it please, blood floods and dungaree. That right there, I took the pattern and I started replacing the words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of learned how to write that song. And then, just trying from then on. So I was young.
What was your first rap name, if you can remember?
I ain't really have an official one. I ain't gonna front. I ain't have no official.
So you were going by before?
I mean, Chiefy was my name. Everybody called me Chiefy. So but I couldn't say that was my rap name because they didn't associate that with music. That was just my name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when I really started making records, it was all over Chief. Like, and that came from me being all over, me school to school, borough to borough. Now I'm state to state, all over Chief, and bitches is all over Chief.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like an entendre.
What so how was high school for you? Let's how was that? Your high school years. 'Cause I know you played baseball too, right?
Yep. So I played baseball in Jamaica Little League, you know what I mean? 8, 9, 10 years old, shit like that. And what happened was junior high school we was kind of like, I wasn't making it through New York. Like, nigga, I was barely making it past junior high school, and I would have got to high school, it would have been over. So it was this dude an older dude, we sitting in the park, nigga, tried to holler at my little cousin. She was like 12, he might have been like 16. Nigga seen it, nigga spanked him. And everybody that spanked him, they came back around and was grabbing up, charging him with robbery. I was the youngest one, I was like 12. And everybody kept saying, yo, Chiefy, they looking for you. You know, stop, don't come to the park. They looking for you. They gonna try to grab you. So I'm a little spooked. I'm like, man, these niggas were trying to lock me up. Everybody else was like 15, 16 at the time. So me, I'm like, they gonna try to grab me up and try to give me that robbery charge. So my mom was already trying to get herself situated. She was living in Maryland. So I called her and was like, yo, I want to come stay with you. And she was like, all right. But she didn't know that I was running from that. You know what I'm
So
saying?
who were you staying with this time? Like
my grandmother, and my cousins sometime, but mostly my grandmother.
Okay. So you did your high school years in Maryland.
In Maryland.
Okay. How was that? How was that being the guy from New York going up there?
It was a culture shock at first because at this point I still ain't know how to really do school. Like, nigga was going to school, but mind you, I was damn near passing grades just because I switched to school. It wasn't like he did everything in 6th, 7th grade to get to the 8th.
Right.
It was like, nigga switched school, all he is 8th grade now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I never really was doing school like that, like
so
the
you
proper
just go
way.
to class and just sit there.
Kind of score. Yeah, I mean, I would do like some of the classwork, but barely, like not really putting my effort into it. It was more so fucking with the girls and talking with the homies, you know, just doing with fighting, getting into shit.
Right.
School was a spot to get into more shit, really. So when I got there, you know, the little shit that I made do in New York, they wasn't tolerated. The first year, it was 9th grade, you know, spanked somebody, got kicked right out and arrested. You know what I mean? 10th grade, I had to go to homeschool. Did the homeschool shit for a year. They let me back into the school. I got back into the school. Some niggas tried to do some silly shit again, spanked them, got kicked out and arrested.
What? Oh, so they didn't play at all in Maryland.
Nah, they had a zero tolerance. But the thing is that it was a white school, but it was a good amount of blacks. The black kids in the school, you know, they thought they was tougher than the other black kids. I guess in that area they was, but nigga, I'm from New York. I'm not, nigga, it's a whole different level of black kid.
Right.
So when they tried the little silly shit, I was smack the shit out. Who the fuck is you talking to? Oh shit. Then it's like, oh, you know, I'm bringing a lot of violence. So that was the second time they kicked me out the school.
So they're kicking you out of different schools, like you.
The first school, I got kicked out, and I went to homeschool, and I did all right. Got back into that same original school. They kicked me out again, arrested me. Then I went to the summer school, spanked the nigga there, kicked out and arrested again. So the board of education was like, yo, I remember the lady was like, listen, our tolerance level is here with you. It's up to here. We're going to send you over here to this white school. If there's a problem here, you can't come back to the schools no more. So went there, and I love that school. They treated me fabulous.
What was it about that school that you enjoyed?
They didn't. I think because I had a reputation already, it was kind of like, leave this nigga alone. Like, let this nigga come in and do his thing. They didn't bother me. They made sure I was good. I got a 3.5 GPA that year. I was playing football, so they was just trying to let me play sports not make nothing too difficult for him, and we not gonna let nobody give him no trouble because we know.
So did you play baseball in high school too?
Yep, I played baseball, basketball, and football.
And what was one out of all of them that you enjoyed the most?
Being from New York, immediately it was basketball.
Right.
It was basketball, but then the football year, I took off. So now I'm in all the newspapers. Every week my name is getting brought up. Now I'm getting all these college letters. And
did you ever foresee college in your future? Like, did you ever think growing up in Queens?
Never.
College was never.
Nah, niggas was just trying to graduate high school. If you know what I'm saying? That was, and then most niggas was like, I could just get my GED. Like niggas wasn't looking at it like, yo, I need to go to a good high school, graduate, go to college. Hell no. But seeing my brother went to college, I'm like, I'm not gonna be the stupid brother. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Where does your brother go?
He went to GW, George Washington University.
Okay.
So seeing him go was like, nigga, they ain't gonna look at me like them. I had a lot of pride too. So it's like, they're not gonna look at me like I'm retarded. I'm gonna try to get into college. So my 11th grade year, I had a lot of offers for playing football. But remember, I got kicked out again that year. So
for what?
That was, remember I said that's the second time I went back.
Okay.
That was my junior year. It kicked me out. So now, you know, a lot of that shit slowed down. And then my senior year, I had a great year. But when they did my cumulative GPA, I done fucked up so much in my freshman year and junior year that my shit still wasn't the 2.0 cumulative. So all them colleges was done. They stopped hitting me. And then Shenandoah went to I made the Maryland State, the state of Maryland All-Star team for football. And got recruited by Shenandoah. I went to Shenandoah.
And how long were you at Shenandoah for?
And I went one semester, played that season. Then I was like, man, fuck this shit. Because it's a redneck town, Virginia. I ain't like it. I said, fuck this shit. Went home. Got locked up.
So you go back home?
Went back to New York.
You went back to New York?
I'm like, fuck this Virginia shit. I'm going to New York. Went there, got locked up.
What you get locked up for?
Heroin.
So you selling heroin.
Got locked up.
And how much time you do?
None. They gave me, basically, you know, I told them I was in school, just came out here, was at the wrong place, wrong time. They gave me a probation. So what I had to do was hurry up and enroll back to school. Like, nigga, I need to get back in here.
Right.
I enrolled back in, played another season. After that season again, left again. So I went for 2 fall semesters. The spring, when it wasn't football, I'm out of here.
So school just wasn't for you. You just was like,
I'm not saying, I ain't gonna say it wasn't for me. I don't think I was in a school that I liked. Like, that shit was just for football, but it was a redneck town. You can't have me in that. Like,
right.
So outside of playing the football season, I was gone.
When you were a kid and you were growing up, did you ever have like, oh, I mean, obviously rap, hip hop is a passion, but did you see yourself like, you were like, I want to be a rapper when I get older?
Yeah, that was at like 12, 13 years old.
You was like, that's
what I was saying when I was leaving. I'm like, I don't want to do this shit anyway. Like, I'm about to make it in rap.
Right.
I'm about to be popping. Like, this ain't, but I never had no like major that I, you know what I mean? Like, specified that I wanted to do.
So when you were getting kicked out of school, going back and forth, getting arrested, I know were you having conversations with your father at this time, and he's saying, son, like, stay focused? Like, what was that?
But during high school?
During high school, even in the college, what were those conversations like with your father when, you know?
Not much. It wasn't much conversation with him. I was stressing my mother the fuck out, though. You know what I'm saying? Got caught, stolen car at 16.
You stole a car at 16?
Nah, I got caught in a stolen car. We got arrested for that. I crashed her car, totaled her shit, took it in, you know, without her permission, and totaled her shit, went on a hit and run. 16. So I felt like I was just fucking, like, you know, I was stressing my moms out.
Were you angry? You think you were?
Nah, I wasn't. That wasn't through anger. It was just, go see what's up, take the car. Like, it wasn't no anger. I wasn't angry at all. Nah, I wasn't angry. Because remember, I don't know nothing else to be angry about. Like, this was normal for me. Like I didn't feel like I missed my father because this the only way I knew him. I never seen him home at this time. My mother, I felt like she was doing the best she could do,
Right.
and she did. I'm glad she was able to get me out the hood to do that. It just took me a long time adjusting because that's a culture shock. You can't just take an active nigga out of the worst environment and put him in a rich white environment. It took me time to adjust. So I did, yeah. I mean, I'm glad I was able to go to college, but like I said, I went for 2 fall semesters. But football wasn't going on. I wasn't trying to be around that. And the niggas was home. My family, my first cousins was getting money, and I was trying to be part of that.
Okay, so you leave Shenandoah the second time. You go back to Queens.
Nah, the first time I leave and I go back to Queens.
And then you get arrested.
I get locked up, I go back. The second time, I go back to Queens again.
And what's the atmosphere in Queens at the time?
It was lit.
Who's on the radio? Who's popping?
I can't remember who was on the radio. I just remember DVD era it was.
Paint the picture for us. Like, not around that time. Paint that picture.
It was the DVD era. Smack DVDs was heavy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of shit was shot on these, on the DVD market, freestyling. This had to be like 05. So whoever was popping, I think what Dipset maybe popping in 05.
Yeah.
But the DVDs was moving.
Okay.
And now, me and my crew, my niggas, we selling heavy dope. We popping. Like, we up. We good. It just looking good. Shout out to my cousin YG. He had it lit. He had the hood lit. And, it's a few of us that's just one of them some of them standout guys in the hood. But it was lit. That's when I shot the Bang Bang Park City gang. At that time, the hood was on fire. Niggas was getting killed. Niggas was getting killed in other hoods. So we used to go to other hoods events. Our niggas would get killed. So, sometimes it got to a point where when they came to our events or we was at other events, our niggas start shooting first. So now niggas is getting hit over here too. It wasn't, oh shit, somebody got shot. Like, no, nigga, we was doing it. So it changed the way we started moving. Now niggas is in the hood with vests on. Now niggas is selling dope, vest up, gripped up. And that was you come outside, nigga, gripped up, vest up.
So you was full-fledged knee deep in the street.
It was up at that time. It was up. Nigga, I'm going to give you an example. So the conversation I had with my pops.
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask you, like.
Basically, I went to go see him and told him, like, this is what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. I ain't doing college no more. Like, nigga, this is what I'm into. And my mother was at the church. She was like, what you mean that's what he into? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, you keep telling him to do one thing, he do the other thing. Like, ain't it time that you kind of support him? You know what I'm saying?
Right, support.
Not support him, but you going to help or you just going to keep going against. You got to kind of get the drift of what a nigga's doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they didn't end with like, we give you permission. It was like, I hear what you saying, nigga. Whatever type of shit. All right. And that's what I did. I was full-fledged. Like I said.
So was rap still on the table? Or you wasn't even thinking about hip-hop?
Yeah, I was rapping, but that was like on the side of every day. Yeah, but actually I was rapping, but going outside every day was you got to get money and be out here. Right, you know what I'm saying? But no, it wasn't no priority. It wasn't like have the business together, your label, your situation. None of that was existed. It was a nigga just trying to get heard really still. And I remember a real turning point. My pops called me and was like, did I get locked up again? Something happened. And he was like, all right, we let you make your decisions. Now you gonna do what we say. Now get the fuck back to Maryland. I was like, nigga, what? I ain't going nowhere. What the fuck are you talking about? He was like, all right. You gonna get back to me? I'm not going nowhere. And he was like, all right, well, when them niggas come to that door and put a gun in you, think y'all tough? When niggas come and put the gun in your mouth, we gonna see how tough. And my response was, send them.
You said that?
Send them, nigga. Because in my mind, nigga, we ready. But as I look back, we wasn't ready. If he would have came the way he come, Pops is real deal. That nigga not. But
I hear a lot of stories about your father on just.
Yeah, if he would have came, we would have been cooked. I thought we was ready.
Kind of talk about your father and the influence he had on you, and because I know you love your pops a lot, man. So kind of just speak about him and the type of man he was.
Very intellectual. Um, he drilled me with 5% lessons. God is man, lectures of who I am, of knowledge of self. Just a respectable guy. He ain't take no shit, and I kind of probably got a lot of that from him. But certain rules and mannerisms I seen with him and my mom's, the dynamic they had, that I probably adopted.
What is something that your father taught you at just throughout your life that you often think about or that you implement in your everyday life? What is something? Or what's one of the greatest, lessons that he taught you that you really hold tight to?
I mean, it's a lot. It's really a lot. But the thing I always think about when I'm being an adult and on my own and navigating, and you may see niggas get money doing this, niggas get money over here. And he always used to say, you got to do what you got to do. So he also said, when I was a kid, he used to be like, it's honor in being the muscle for somebody, right? It's an honorable position, being security for somebody, holding somebody down. It's a very, very respectable position. So growing up, I always used to hear that, and I always felt like, I was already kind of that person for my niggas, but I always felt like that's the nigga who wins. You know what I'm saying? The muscle. You know what I mean? I can go get it. He can have it, but I can go get it.
Right.
I could protect the nigga from losing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But he put that perspective, and everybody think they got to be the big time hustler, but big time hustlers sometimes is not the gangsters, and sometimes gangsters is the ones that got to protect the hustlers or extort the hustlers. So he put it in a way where it's nothing to be frowned upon, that position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Kind of, I remember we had a conversation a couple of weeks ago. You said there's a lot of misconceptions about your father's stories around him. So is there anything that you would like to clear up or speak about? Because I know,
Yeah, you got rat ass Glaze. Glaze is out there. Glaze wouldn't open his fucking mouth not one time when my pops was alive. Nigga did the joint for 25 years, nigga, and unscathed. Nothing happened to King Allah. Don't get it twisted, nigga. But you go up there telling these stories that you wouldn't have told or spoke of. We heard about you in hiding. Niggas been looking for you, Glaze. You know that. That's why you doing your fucking videos in the woods somewhere. But yeah, them niggas tell a truth story. Niggas said, yo, put the bread up, nigga, and we can handle it in the street. Nigga, bail us out, nigga, we get it in the street. You ain't want no parts of that, man. So stop getting on here telling these stories that gangsters wouldn't tell. So that's one of the things. My pops wasn't trying to tell his story. When niggas came to him to tell a story, he said gangsters don't tell a story. But you a fucking rat and you out here just talking. You talking, telling niggas business. But you don't know what you talking about, and you wouldn't have did it if he was here. You wait till nigga pass away and immediately it's May 28th, King Allah. Nigga, stop it, you sucker. Stop it. Stop, man. Come take the proper channels if you want to have a conversation, man. But don't get out there and start doing shit you wouldn't have done if he was here. That's all. So, yeah, misconceptions. It's a lot of misconceptions in that whole story.
Do you want to kind of speak about it, or is that because I know sometimes when I ask you about it, sometimes I know you don't even want to speak about it.
I mean, because it ain't a lot. Really, it's before my time, so right. I wasn't there in the element, but I was there as him going through, everything that was being heard, said. And
so kind of tell the people, your father did how much time exactly in totality? How much time?
In totality, he did his first bid, I think he did 5 years, then he did 6 years because he had a 6 to 12. So that's 11. And then he did the 23.
And your father for the 23 years?
So 34 years total.
That's crazy. And for that last long stretch, he went in for?
The 23.
The 23. And what was that? Do you know the crime that was committed?
Kidnapping.
Okay. And that was Fat Cat's wife, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So around this time, what was your relationship like with your mom? You in the streets, you and your boys, y'all going hard, you selling. What was your relationship, the dynamic between you and your mom
Well,
at
she
the
was
time?
in, where was she at? Yeah. I mean, at this time, I left the house. Me and her was clashing around 17. So 16, 17. So I was kind of quick to want to leave. So once school was over, high school was over, I was out. Whether it was going to the school or going back to New York, I realized that her being a woman and me being a man, I had to be in my own space. Because I caught myself doing things that was disrespecting her house, and it is her house. So I got to leave. You know what I mean? So I went to school up there, and then when that shit I didn't feel like was working, I went back to New York.
Okay. So what was so you in the streets? I remember you was telling me, I don't know if you want to speak on this too. I remember you telling me you had it was some beef going on in Queens and you pulled a gun out on Tony Yayo.
Well, it wasn't no well overall the whole once the G Unit Murder Inc. shit happened.
Okay.
Because Caddy is from is family, right?
Okay. Right.
So our whole hood was riding with Caddy. Even though when I look back at it, Caddy and Fifth, they ain't really had no real beef. It was Fifth trying to really get at Ja, Irv, Preem. You know what I mean? Caddy and Fifth known each other. Like, and it's right here. We know each other.
Right.
That wasn't really no personal shit. I just really feel like he had to do that. You know what I mean? He had to say his name because they was part of the crew. But they done ran into each other plenty times. And they know each other from junior high school. So they got to respect the South Side that shit ain't got nothing to do with what he got with Irv and John. You know what I mean?
Got you.
So there was already a lot of shit happening in the hood just off of G Unit Murder Inc. shit that didn't have nothing to do with the artists. Like, just in the hood.
Right.
G Unit niggas you run into is going down. They running us, going down type of shit. So the shit you talk about was really so we was getting a whole lot of money at this time. My cousin got a crib on Yayo block, on Yayo mother block. We at the corner of the block. Every day we got a bunch of cars, 5 new cars on the block, big dope selling, and we ain't never had no problems in this hood. You know what I'm saying? Never, not one problem. One day my little cousin, shout out to Cali back, the big blood. He was young at this time. This is when he was, I don't know, he was young. He was in high school, I think. You know what I mean? And he walked down the block with a Paul City shirt on. And Yayo and all his niggas was outside of his mother house, in front of his mom's house. And he said, yo, shorty, you in the wrong hood with that shirt on. Take that shirt off, shorty. So my cousin looked back at him and said, what? And I said, you take that shirt off, nigga, wrong hood. Because like, all right, say less. He come back to the house, which is only a few, you know what I mean, 1,000 yards, some shit. He came back to the house, coming, yo, this nigga's Yayo and them niggas said, take my shirt off. So me being reactive, like, I was already hot from something else. I had something else going on. But hearing that, and that's my little cousin. Like, what?
And how old are you at this time?
Maybe like 21.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere around there, 20, 21. Some
and
shit like
much older than...
Yeah, he older than me. But, so mind you, I went to school here. This is where I got arrested and all that. So all these niggas in this hood, a lot of them I know from the schools I was in. So when my cousin came in, like I said, I was already had something going on. So what did he say? Matter of fact, give me that shirt. Nigga, the shirt didn't even fit me. You know what I mean? Threw that bitch on. Strapped up. Loaded up. Boom. And I walk through the block. And I'm looking dead at him. All them niggas with the shirt on. Yeah, yo, in the car that he looking like this. Hey, yo, what's up? Who said something to my cousin about taking his shirt off? What's the problem? Yeah, yo, like this. So my man Munz came out. See, Munz is from over there too. Shout out to Munz. Munz another nigga that I went to school with, family, you know. Yo, Chief, that's your family? We ain't know that was your family. Yo, calm down. Da, da, da. I'm like, nah, nigga talking kind of crazy. Nah, we ain't know that was your family. He said, yo, anything we got going on, that if we come into any problem, we just gonna holler at you about it because we didn't know that was your family. And da-da-da-da. But Munz and them know me. I know his family, you know what I mean? His parents, they know mine.
Right.
My immediate. You know, they know my mom. I used to go to school with these niggas.
Right.
So he's like, yo, my bad. We didn't know that was your family. In the future, we gonna If it is an issue, we gonna come holler at you before anything. Boom, 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 boom. We squashed it like that. As soon as I walked, niggas, yeah, yo, jumped in, sped to the conduit, got up out of there. This is in front of his mom's crib.
Wow.
Wrong situation, I would have boomed that shit. It was up. That's what time.
Is
that
this the same crib that Jimmy Hitchman
shot up? Yeah.
Wow. So you hustling, you in the streets. When do you make your transition and come to LA?
So around this time, my man I met in Maryland was from Compton. We went to high school together, and he kept saying, "Nigga, LA, you would love LA. Nigga, you need to come out here. Just come." At this time, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No real direction. So I'm like, all right. I pack a little bag, and I pack a bag and say I'm gonna go out there for like 3 weeks to a month. You know what I'm saying? I get out here. They pick me up from LAX. We riding down Century. Nigga, we go to 104th and Normandy. It's his aunt house. She like, who this? Well, first nigga, I came in, I had red and black on. It's the wrong color to just be having on. She like, who this? And why y'all got him wearing all this red and black? Like this all this red. And they're like, oh, it's nothing. He's from New York. It's nothing. Like whatever. I'm like, nigga, where am I at? He's like, oh, this is my aunt house. Like, you good? She didn't even know I was coming. This nigga just randomly told me to come. She didn't know I was coming. So now I'm there. We stayed there for a minute. We was there for maybe a year or two, some shit like that.
And how was like your first, you was just out here. What were you doing while you were out here? Were you cutting hair at this point?
Broke. Nah, I wasn't no cutting hair at this time. We ain't had no bread like that. And I was on my rap shit. My man Tommy G was producing. So we used to be, nigga, piecing up for Louisiana chicken. You know what I mean? $2 each, nigga. Let's go break this down.
Right.
But I had a mission. I was out, and when I came out there, I figured out like, oh, I need to get the shit here and get it back home. Like that's where the money is at. So my man's sister was like, yo, my brother ain't the one that you need to be fucking with. You need to go fuck with a nigga in the Nickersons. Nigga named Pig. And then I went down there and they was like, yo, don't go to Watts. Like, you don't go to Watts. I'm telling you, don't go. Nobody will go with me. I was there. I went by myself, pretty much. Tommy dropped me off.
And you
went there, met Pig. He was running the projects. He was like one of the niggas there. Like, niggas fell in line when it came to him. And ever since, like, it's been good. They like family over there for me.
Right.
Okay.
So you hustling. Rap ain't really, you rapping, but
I need bread.
You need money.
Rapping ain't nothing. You ain't got no money. You gotta survive. So yeah, that's how I plugged in right there with Pig.
Now you back hustling here in LA.
Yeah.
So what's that like? What's that transition like? What was like? Was the hustles different? The personalities
completely different?
What was so different from going from New York hustling out there in Queens and back here?
Hustling. Back then, initially it was niggas outside on the block. You had that, but then niggas already jumping in the cars and going to see people.
Right.
Niggas been at that point. When I got to LA, nigga, it was bots. Nigga, in the projects they had a house, an apartment with a board with pieces. You see what I'm saying? And that was the trap. And 2 workers working a 12-hour shift type shit. So the line is around the corner. To me, that looked crazy. Like, that shit is hot. Everybody know where the spot is at.
Right.
But they would move spots often too. They would, you know what I mean? This shit get hit, they got another one over here. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They knew how to do it. It was just new for me being from New York.
What did hustling in California teach you that that New York didn't?
New York it can't teach me nothing that New York didn't teach me. New York got everything. You got to be slick. You gotta be smart. Here it's a lot more lackadaisical. Like, you can get away with shit. They not on it like that. We got detectives and undercover narcotics and TNT that's jumping out of, nigga. They could be dressed like me or you, the pizza man, the cab driver.
Yeah.
You don't know where they watching you from, so you gotta be on point. Here, the task force ain't heavy like that.
So when you come to California, are you a father at this point? Have you had your first child?
Not before California. Cali was my first child.
And how old were you when you had your first child?
19, 20.
Wow. And what did fatherhood? What did you learn about yourself being a father as you're becoming a father and you're growing?
Back then, nothing. I was just trying to be the best I could be, like as far as make the most money I could to support. You know what I'm saying? Me and her mother wasn't together, so I was just trying to, be what they say a father is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Remember, I didn't have a direct one, so it's just make your money and buy whatever you can and spend time with her as much as, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. That's all I was trying to do at that time, at that age.
Right. Yeah, you were young. I didn't know you were that young when you had your first daughter.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're here in Cali, you're hustling, you're doing your thing. When is it that you wake up and you be like, yo, this is not it? Because I know you went to jail before, right?
Yeah, but that was when
But you did like you did some like a year, right?
Yeah, I did some time in New York. That's when so after my kid was born, yeah, I'm like, shit wasn't working out. Her mom's, I ain't really understand, shit wasn't going well out here. So I'm like, man, I gotta go home and kind of get it together. You know what I mean? Went home, got back in the business, and then got jammed up. Got jammed up for another dope charge.
So everything on your rap sheet is
heroin and gang assault and assault.
So you do your year.
I did shock boot camp.
And how was that for you?
It was cool for me because I was already an athlete, so I'm a nigga who could get in shape, jog. Niggas can yell all they want. I wasn't paying it no mind. It's kind of hard for the young niggas. It's kind of hard for young niggas that they got ego and they trying to prove themselves to people. So you can't talk to me like that, nigga. That shit was cake for me.
So you go.
I do that. I got 2 years parole. And I knew when I came out of that, like, yo, I'm going back to LA. Because this shit, New York has always been, I'm always getting jammed up and caught up. I'm in the mix too much in New York. LA was beautiful, beautiful women, beautiful weather, beautiful time. Like, I used to be in Vegas having a ball. And I need to get back out there immediately.
Right.
So that's kind of like, yeah. Once I got parole, probably like the month after I got off parole, I was on a flight going to LA, going back.
Coming back to LA. And then, so you've been back, and when you come back to LA the second time, around what year? What's the time period?
2013.
2013. So is that when you go to barber school, start cutting hair? What you doing?
When I came out of prison, no, bugger. When I got locked up, I sat up for maybe a month before I got bailed out. When I got bailed out, I'm riding with my moms, and she's like, well, what you gonna do now? They know who you are. You motherfuckers is hot. She was like, you can't do what you've been doing. And I'm like, if I was looking at a job or something, like, I'll cut hair or some shit like that. Like, I'll do some, be a barber or something.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, I think I know somebody from the hood that actually got some shit going on at a shop. I'm gonna holler at him for you. So she hollered at him. Shout out to Don, Calvin basically gave me some clippers, nigga. I ain't never cut a day in my life. They gave me some clippers, some neck strips. It was like, get money.
So, and that's how you self-taught.
Yeah, so I used to just watch the niggas next to me. Shout out to my nigga Ed at Levels, Dominican Ed, Troy, rest in peace, my nigga T-Roy, J Out, Kenny. Them niggas, I was paying attention to everything they was doing. So within a year, I got good. You know what I mean? I started, they had a homeless shelter because it was a methadone clinic right there. The homeless shelter, I would tell them, come over and get a free cut, and I would practice the shit on them. And after a year, I got decent. I had a little clientele.
Okay. So you couldn't, this is in New York when you come home?
Yeah, that's in Harlem. So this is in Harlem.
Okay.
So now I'm kind of nice now. So when I come back, that was when I was on bail.
Gotcha.
So I'm there for a year getting busy, and then I got to turn myself in for the sentencing.
Right.
So now, boom, I go upstate for the sentencing. And when I come home completed, they kept the spot open for me. Like, yo, nigga, come back to the shop. You good.
Right.
Cutting there again until I get off parole. Now I'm off parole. I'm going to Cali.
Parole, right?
No, I did it short. Did it in half.
Okay.
Then I go to Cali. let me find a barbershop or something just to get some money in my pocket. I got, I cut hair now. I got to find somewhere to go. My nigga Tommy, again, it's my nigga. Yo, I'm going to holla at my nigga Black over here. That's in Crenshaw, El Segundo. I'm going to holla at my nigga Black.
So how long were you there cutting there before I met you?
I don't know exactly. I'm not sure. But 2013 is when I got there.
So that's when I met you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you hadn't been cutting that long. I mean, you hadn't been cutting long, but you hadn't been cutting near that long.
I wasn't cutting in Cali that long now.
Wow.
But yeah, I had some years under my belt already.
Right. Okay. So you cutting here. So when do you like, you know what, let me really try let me get back to rapping. Like, when is it like?
Nah, that was already, nigga, when I came home, I was rapping.
Oh, you was back at it.
Back at it. That's when I did this song with Jim Jones.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's like 2012. I did the drum with Jim Jones. I was having.
You got a record with A$AP Rocky too, right?
Yeah, around that same. No, that was right before I went in.
Okay.
And then Jim Jones, we did a video.
And what was the name of that record?
Ballin' Like a Pot.
Okay.
So yeah, then I got to Cali. The music shit is still I'm not giving that up at this point. Like, nigga, that's what I'm doing. Barbering to me is just get some money.
Got you.
Keep some money in your pocket.
Okay. So you cutting here, you out here in Cali, you cutting here, you doing your thing. What are like the moves that you're making music wise? Like, what steps are you taking?
So that was 2013. 2014, Deborah Anthony hit me, and we're gonna do like a management type of situation. Mm-hmm. So I go to Atlanta. Now I'm going up to Waka crib. It was, Waka had a crib. I used to pull up over there, fuck with the 808 Mafia niggas. They used to be in there heavy.
You've been in the mix for a long time.
I used to live there actually, so nigga was, I'd be over there fucking with them. My nigga Fuse, me and Fuse would go play ball, go to the gym, play ball, hoop. Sony, shout out to my nigga Sony from the BX, he was out there. So yeah, basically connecting, getting producers. We started my new album. I recorded a whole album out there. I never put that shit out though, but I recorded a whole album.
And how long were you in Atlanta for?
It's like 6 months.
6 months. Okay.
And then I got up out of there, went back to New York. Now I'm back in New York. I'm already on the radio in New York. Stunner numbers on the radio. I got a name, like I'm popping in New York. Get back and with the homies, regular program. Feds raid the crib. Now this time, my daughter's there. She from LA. Like, I got my daughter in the crib with me and my grandmother. They raid our crib. They raid everybody's crib at the same time, right? So they hit my shit, and I'm thinking like, damn, my daughter here, she ain't never seen no shit like this. Like, I grew up shit getting raided all the time. Right. But she ain't never seen no shit like this. I felt terrible as a father, like, damn, she come see her dad and this shit happening. But they had a body warrant. Like, they wasn't looking for nothing but people. They had a list of people. And luckily my name wasn't on the list, but everybody that I'm with every day, name is on the list. So they grabbed the niggas. And once that shit happened, I'm sitting on the porch. And somebody asked me, like, yo, Chief, you good? I think my Aunt James was like, you good? I think I'm good. But it hit me like, man, get the fuck back out of New York, man. What the fuck is you doing here? Like a week later after that, I'm on the next flight back to LA. Like, I can't be there. I can't be here no more. I can't be here.
You've been back ever since?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you cutting hair, you cutting hair right there on Crenshaw and El Segundo, and this is 2014.
So 2015 now.
2015. So when do you move from over there to
2015?
2015.
Yeah, 20. No, yeah. So I was at El Segundo. I went back to New York. Then, I went to Atlanta, New York, then back. I didn't go back to El Segundo after that. Okay. So, well, actually, I think I did for a short period of time, a couple months maybe, and then got introduced to the shit on Wilshire, RBM shit.
Got you. Okay. And how, in like the hip hop landscape, how are you feeling about it at this time, around 2015?
2015.
Because I'm trying to think, who was out in 2015?
What was I doing in 2015? I mean, I don't remember what the fuck was on in 2015. But I know I had my shit going on. And then I think I chilled out. After the Fed shit, I chilled out again. Because I remember my nigga talking to me. He's like, yo, bro, everything. Like, if we listen to the music while this Fed case is going on, everything you talk about, we really doing. You know what I mean? It was like, yo, you don't want to send the wrong message to these little niggas that think that this shit is cool.
Right.
Nah, nigga, this shit ain't cool. Niggas is spooked. Niggas, like, nigga, they on niggas. And they sending niggas up for a lot of time. So I think I chilled out for a minute. And then I got back into around 2017 is when I started that first fucking project.
And what project is that?
From Welfare to Bel Air.
From Welfare to Bel Air.
Yeah.
What made you name that
I
project?
mean, that's self-explanatory. You know what I mean? From welfare, from poverty stricken to the palm trees, living. We good. What's up?
And did you get the reaction from that album that you wanted? Did you feel like that album?
I think it was a slow reaction right there. It was like, okay. You know what I mean? Okay, that's what's going on. And then I really just built from there.
Do you feel like do you feel like you're underrated or overlooked more so?
Definitely overlooked. Underrated, I don't know about underrated. I think niggas know what I do. I just think that I don't think niggas, it's a few things. I don't feel that niggas in position, plus the way I present it, niggas already feel like I'm probably in position. It's like, okay, nigga, you got everything you need. What you need me for?
Right.
And I'm also not a young nigga that they feel like, oh, I could get this nigga 20, 40, 50,000 and say sign.
Yeah.
You know, they won't even try that with me. Yeah. So it really has to be independent, kind of like that's the way it was gonna go. That's the way I was doing it.
If a record company came to you and was like, we want to sign you, like, would you sign to a major?
Yeah, it'd be short though. It wouldn't be no long amount of 5, 10 album type. You know what I mean? It'd be a couple albums to get popping.
What's your dream situation?
To be honest with you, at this point, I don't aspire to be signed to nothing. Like, that's
really?
not what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? I'm in the business. I'm into making money. So it may not be rapping, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
It might be ghostwriting for other people.
It may be, yeah. I mean, I may have to sign somebody. It may be writing. It may be songs. It could be the coaching shit I do with the youngins. It could be the real estate investments I got going on. You know, those are the things that it's more about being a businessman at this point for me than being an artist.
Right.
You know, like the LL shit came to me at a point where I was kind of in this mind state. And I got up there and performed, but I'm not looking or chasing it no more because I chased it all of these years and didn't get enough from it. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm a grown man. I gotta have it coming in.
Right.
You know, if I'm not gonna be doing nothing, illegal.
Do you enjoy? But you still enjoy it though, right? You still good.
Yeah, I love hip hop. I mean, like I said, I got so much other shit going on to generate revenue that I ain't got time. Like if the music ain't bringing me no bread, then I ain't got time to be doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I see that you coach.
Yeah.
Coach your son.
Yeah.
Hendrix. How's that been? Because you didn't have that with your father growing up.
That's why it's been amazing because I didn't have it, and I know everything that I missed with him that I should have had. That's all he needs. So let me go ahead and give him that. Because I remember what I was feeling like as a kid. Like, I know if I had pops, I probably would have been pro, easy. So that's why I'm like, if I just give him that and this thing got a little bit of my DNA, athletic genetics, you're going to be good.
Yeah.
But yes, I enjoy it. He likes it. He like me being there. He like me coaching him. He ain't one of them kids that's like, come on, Dad. Like,
he enjoys it.
Yeah, he want me there. Where my pops at, man.
Yeah, I be seeing you I be like, Coach Chief, man. Look at it, man.
And then I'm giving back to the youngins, making the youngins feel like, being a coach, because I'm not just coaching him. I'm coaching a whole bunch of kids. Yeah. So giving back, to the game in a sense.
So that's been enjoyable for you.
Yeah, I enjoy it. And now I got training clinics where I work with the young boys.
If a school came to you and was like, hey, we like what you're doing, we would like to offer you a job here at, I don't know, Westlake High or Thousand Oaks High. Would you take it?
The money got to be good as long as the money makes sense. I will.
Good. Wow.
Yeah. You gotta evolve, man. You can't. I'm not the young chiefy no more. You know.
You know, man. Me knowing you, bro. Like I said, I've been knowing you since 2013, and I've seen you grow and I watched you grow. But I get so fascinated hearing these stories that you tell because you're such like. I know you. I mean, I've been dealing with you since 2013. So to hear you tell some of the stories that you tell, you don't wear it. And I don't know if that makes sense. Like some guys, like you can look and tell what they've been through. You don't look like you don't carry it. You're very smart, very, very smart. I think you're one of the smart. No, seriously, you are. You're one of the smartest, like, as far as like guys like my age, you're a little older than me, but like one of the smartest guys that I know around my age.
Yeah.
And it's something I want to ask you. Like, you're like, I say this a lot too. I've told you this. You're a man's man, and you not having a father growing up. Where did you get that? Like being a man. Like who taught you how to be? Because there's things that you've said to me that I've carried that you probably don't even know. The jewels that you dropped on me that I will remember. So like, who taught you that?
I just think character. A lot of that came from pops, probably. A standard, you know what I'm saying? There's a standard. It's shit that we don't do. Like I got a lot of cousins, so it's shit that it's just like, nigga, we don't do that.
Like what's something like you'd be like, that's law. Like we don't do that.
All right. And then this shit happens a lot out here. Is I don't talk about another man I don't know. Like I don't speak on him. Period. Like if I don't give a fuck, a bitch bring him up. Oh, you know, David, I like the kid David. Like I'm not going to spend no time talking about David. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't gossip about no men. Like, you know what I'm saying? For one, especially if I don't know you.
Right.
Now, even if I know you, I'm not going to gossip about you. Like, so where I'm from, nigga, that talking, them rumors get to talking, and then it reaches the other guy, he's going to approach you. He want to see what that's about.
Right.
So knowing that that's how I grew up, that I expect to receive that too if I'm gossiping. You know what I mean? I know if I'm talking about David and going back and forth with this girl, David should be approaching me about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We cut the middleman out. So I know how I am. If I hear you saying, oh, yeah, Chief, I'm hearing once, I hear it twice. Sometimes I'll pay it no mind. Like, yeah, this bitch is just talking. But if I hear it a little bit too much, then I got to see what that's about.
Right.
So, you know, certain things, we don't gossip. We ain't talking about nobody we don't know. You know what I mean? They do that about me a lot. They talk about me. A lot of people don't know me, but I hear my name so much.
Does that ever bother you or get to you at all?
It bothers me because these niggas is not moving like men. You just up here, you know.
What's a man to you?
I don't know if you niggas is looking for clout, attention, or what the fuck it is. But a girl could say, hey, you know, Chief cut my hair. Oh, you let him cut your hair?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, why you say that? Well, I heard that he, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga ain't never seen me.
I didn't have to check, you know, niggas behind you. I don't think I've ever told you, but I've heard situations where be like, oh, you friends with Chief? Like, yeah. And girls or something like, we not doing that. That's my guy. We not doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's like I don't know why they feel the need, especially the men. Like I can hear girls do it. All, let the women be women, but not no niggas. What you talking? You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about no other man.
What's a man that you naturally respect? Like what are the qualities of a man that you naturally respect?
Character. You have to have some type of code. You know what I'm saying? Shit that you won't do. Like, you can't be accessible to do anything. You know what I'm saying? It's shit that nigga you won't do. And there's certain things that you're okay with doing, and there's certain things you just want to do a certain way.
Right.
And I can't come to the top of my head, but it's just, conducting yourself like a gentleman, man. Being I be seeing these niggas on TV that be telling bitches, fuck out of here, bitch, I'm gonna knock you out, bitch. Like damn, nigga, like, when you talk to bitches like that? Yeah,
that's something that I'm gonna be honest with you. That's something I learned from you. Always be a gentleman at all times. You stress that. You know, over the years you've stressed we're gentlemen, and I've taken that and I've kind of like ran with that and how I conduct myself and how I move every day.
Yeah.
It's something I want to ask you, and it has nothing to do with what you got going on in your life story. But recently, there's been a lot of talk with Jay-Z just recently had his 30th anniversary for Reasonable Doubt. And I've been watching a lot of interviews with DeHaven. And my question to you is, DeHaven took bullets for Jay. They hustled together. Jay slept on his mom's couch, vice versa. Do you think, as a man, Jay-Z owes DeHaven a conversation? You being the street guy that you are, we just heard yo.
Well, this is a perfect example.
I
don't know the situation.
Got you.
What one nigga is saying versus what another nigga is not saying, I don't know. Only they know.
Right.
Only they know what's going on with them. That's why I don't could put myself in a business, because Jay might have a whole different perspective. We don't know. We only hearing one. But if they was just random people that, I can't say, because you just don't know the dynamic. All you hearing is what you hearing on the internet and people forming opinions on it. You don't know what two men got going on. It should be deeper than you could imagine. You're like, oh shit, I ain't even know all that.
Yeah.
But I'm over here talking opinions about it. Okay. I don't know. Like, we don't know these people personally. I can only speak on people I know personally.
Got you.
Because you can hear anything on the internet.
One person I'm surprised you didn't speak on, this is going back to you. I've heard you bring him up. I think you got him tattooed on you. Your cousin, Money Red?
Yeah, he's not my cousin, but he's definitely like a brother, for sure.
Kind of just speak on him. And
Money Red was just a live, good personality, energy, didn't give a fuck, got money, hustling, got women, will gamble with you, will fight you. And we grew up together, and he was getting busy. We was raising each other type shit, you know what I'm saying? And he got killed. And I think I was 17 when he got killed, and that shit was a big loss for my hood, you know what I mean? Because he was one of the golden kids of our hood.
Okay. Well, man, Chief, I appreciate you, man, sitting down with me today.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you got me. You said those words of encouragement to me. You kind of lit a fire under me, so I appreciate you. Let the people know where they can find you. IG.
You ain't got to find me. If you stumble across it, just hit follow or something, but you ain't got to go looking for me, man.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, man.